What's going on, shipmates? We are back at it in Echo. You know the deal. Every week we update to see what's going on in the game, any new events, any new patrols, little things, mini events, new cases, new UR. We just go over pretty much everything, or at least I try to. So that's if you haven't, this is your first time watching the video. I'm starting to get a little bit more subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, coming in, checking it out, that's what we do. I do this every week from the reset day, which is today, which is Sunday. I go through, like I said before, anything new, anything that's ongoing, new unlocks for the featured events of the cases and stuff like that. So we're here. That's what we're gonna do, and let's start the video. So first things first. In my last video, I went over the Witches Assemble event, which this is here, the Witches Night, a new event they got going on. I'll go over it again real quick. So it's going to be here for 234 more days. So like 8 months or something crazy, like 10 months, like almost, you're like 100 and something, 120 days. So yeah, like 3 months shy of like a full year event. So it's a really easy event. All you do is every time you check in, you get these rewards here to the right. You can see them on day 6. I missed a day yesterday, Saturday, and I'm kind of upset because if I would have hit 7 today, which was the goal, I would have been able to go over the witch and see who you get witch Prinny, which we'll go over that here in a little bit. But anyway, so pretty much you can see here every 5 days of checking in, you get a case. The SSRs here are the more rare special SSRs, the kind of above limited SSR, not when it comes to stats or anything like that, but more of on the page of how often they get featured. These were special events, stuff like that. We know some keep coming back, like Lindell was in the feature maybe like a couple weeks ago. Not Knox, who else? Somebody else I just saw. Horace every now and then will come. Stuff like that. But some of these units, these limiteds, we have not seen at all. Like I personally, in December, I started playing this game beginning of November, end of October last year, and I've never seen Mordred featured. Never got the chance to get her. The same with Lilith here. I was able to get Helen. Where is she? Did my eyes deceive me? She's not in here. She's not part of the trio. I thought she was. Anyway, but Caroline, she's another one that was able to get Rahina here. She was featured like twice since I started playing the game. I did get her and use her the first time, and she was like the first week I started playing, she was featured, so it was quick, and I was just like, I don't know who this is, I'm gonna go try and grab her. But there's also units like here, like Sierra, who were a special event, stuff like that, and now she's back. You can grab her, and surprisingly, a lot of these units are still used in links for some of the URs that are starting to pop up now. So there is 6 URs you can get from this event as well. It's going to be, as you can see here, Sharon, Coretta, you got Sphinx, QB, that's Ring, and of course Last Dominica. These 6 here are featured pretty often. They've done their fair share of being rerun and stuff like that, but they are good units. They are good URs to start with. Me personally, I still use Sharon, so I'm kind of excited to get her and break through her again. Dominica was the very first UR that was featured when they started in December last year, so she's been around a while. And all these units are kind of the ones here after that. So very good event. All in all, I've been saving this one, so let's see who we get on this first check. And Caroline, wow, this is my second time getting her. Good unit. I used her when I first started playing the game. I like her. She's a good unit. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head exactly what she does. I'm not 100% sure. But when you get the unit and you during your check-in and stuff like that, you can check her out. I'm not gonna go over because we have a few other ones to go over a little bit more in detail. But very cool looking. Got the dragon thing going on with the beasts and stuff like that. So that's how that works, that event. So it's going to be going, like I said, definitely check it out. Worlds Apart, Morai, her unit, or not unit, her event's going to be ending here in 2 days. So if you're like me and you got some leftover currency for this event, come in here, grab what you need. I like getting this stuff for Elamanos. Oh, I didn't get all of it, so I can level them up, stuff like that. And then at the end of the video, I'll go over kind of quickly like what my next step is in the game, where I'm at, and kind of like what I've been doing. Anyway, so that Dream Devour is still going on. It's here for another week, another 6 days. All 3 chapters of the story is unlocked, so you can check that out as well. And then don't forget to get your, oh, look at that. I forgot to get these. Bam. Get your free 5 summons in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the proof of bond as well. And then of course I'll save everything else for the end of the event. All right, so that there. Now, we do have a new event here that's featured here for 2 weeks, Phantom Break. Now, this just started today. I checked it out. So you got the Phantom store. Let's go over this quickly. As you can see here, there's some units here that we don't know. Let's go over this part first. So regular resources here on the right, Cloud Matrix, Golden Dew, that's for your upgrade, stuff like that. Adaptability, 100 faucets, those are going to be used for your Elamanos, stuff like that. Chimera mod treaty, that's going to be to mod out your chimeras that you have. And then of course your regular unit mission data will be used to upgrade and level up your cases. Now, as you can see here to the left, we have Witch Nightingale and Witch Prinny. These are 2 UR units that are new. Now, Prinny and Nightingale are already units in the game, so these are new versions of them. Prinny is a UR, Nightingale, I believe, originally is an SR. I'll have to double check on that, but I believe she originally is an SR. So, big jump for her. Anyway, 8,000 of this currency, the currency is the Phantom Points, will get you the unit. Now, you get Witch Prinny automatically on the 7th day of checking it in the Witch Assemble check-in event, so you get that one automatically. So if you're trying to just get everybody as much as possible, I would use the 8,000 to get Witch Nightingale, so you kind of complete the set. We're going to go over what they do here. They're pretty simple units, so we'll go over that here in a little bit. But as you can see here, once you get or spend your 8,000, it unlocks another area here to the left. So once you spend the 8,000 and you get one of the unit, you unlock the next one for either one. So let's go with Witch Nightingale, for example, for now. You get Witch Nightingale, you pay the 8,000. After you spend 8,000 Phantom points, this one over here will unlock the next one, which you can buy again. It doesn't tell you the price. It's not going to tell us, but I'm assuming it's going to be another 8,000, hopefully, to buy it a second time, which when you buy it a second time will get you a second star breakthrough, which if you don't know, when you do break through them, it levels up their skills. And if you see down here, you got level 2, level 3, level 4. As you level up the unit and start break through them, the skills level up and they do more damage, more effect, higher. It just increases. Like for example, Nightingale, let's say she does 120% damage, attack to all enemies, AoE damage, right? First star breakthrough, it goes from 120 to 125 or 130%. So it slowly increases, and then when you're at the 7 star, it's going to be something like 300%. So that's how that works. Now, if let's say you're going to double down, let's really double down on this unit. You like it, you like the way she works well with your team. She's what you need to complete your team to carry on and win battles, stuff like that. So once you spend that 8,000 the second time, which is going to be a total of 16,000 Phantom points, you're going to unlock the last part, this Witch Nightingale, which you can buy a total of 9 times, which I believe is going to be a full star max out breakthrough. Now, the max out breakthroughs are where you look at this. Let's go down. Capped at 1,000% of the allies' average attack. Capped at 500%. Like that's where all the true power of the cases comes out, and like you really get to see how much a star breakthrough fully impacted does. All right, so that's how this little section is going to work. So like I said, if you like the units, you want to double down on them, that's the process it's going to go. So first and foremost, let's go over these units real quick now that we have the chance. So Witch Prinny, like I said, you get on the 7th day. Those are her stats. Very high attack. Very high attack. I want to point that out. 1307 base stats is wild. UR base stats for a DPS unit is, let's see, who am I? Coretta. Oh, she's already a 1-star breakthrough. Eton, I believe, is DPS. No, 612. I don't think 862. No, I think the main one I have is gonna be Coretta, but she's already star breakthrough, so she's already at. Oh, you know what? Oh, 552. She wasn't a DPS though, but she's already star breakthrough as well. That's weird. So I want to say 650. 650 is gonna be Ziz. Oh, it is 612. Okay, my fault. 612. 612 is the base stats of a DPS UR unit. So for the main point that this unit here is at 1307 already is interesting. Now we're going to take a quick look and see if there's anything that restricts her. Maybe she can't be leveled and she's just capped out at like whatever level you are, stuff like that. There could be things that keep her, and there's a reason why her stats are so high. So that's there. Pretty simple. Let's look into this. Let's look at the first skill, Space Rift. That's the gear. All right, so let's take a look. Prinny unleashes her inner desire for destruction, tears the dimensional rift, and releases a surge of pollution, dealing with damage equal to 287% attack to front row enemies. So that's the front 3. That's a good high. So 287% of her attack, which is already at 1307. Absorbs 15% shield of enemies entering the disordered space and distributes it evenly among all allies up to 20% of their average max HP. So it's a heal. So she's absorbing 15% of the enemy shield, which a lot of units nowadays, especially in the last couple months, give shields of some sort either to themselves or other units in the team. So doing that and then distributing it among your allies and healing them, that's a pretty good, not bad. So simple, very simple skill. Let's look at the second one. Have all been corrupted into disordered space for every 3 actions taken in battle. Randomly inflicts disordered space on 2 enemies who are not yet affected, lasting 2 rounds. Triggers up to 3 times per battle. What is the disordered space? When taking actions, there's a 20% chance that damage dealt disappears. The bearer takes 20% of the damage dealt, capped at 200% of the allies' average attack. Interesting. So there is a chance that when they get hit, it doesn't get touched at all. 20% is low, I mean, but let's just take a look at what max level 8 is. 35%, capped at 500%. That's a little bit better odds, but still 30%. I mean, it's a chance, but I mean, when you really look at it, 1 out of 3 hits is going to get negated. Let's say that third one that does get negated is one of the ultimates and not a regular base attack. It's part of luck. All right, so not too bad. Interesting, but like I said, very basic. 2 skills. That's going to be it. Now, let's go over and look at which Nightingale. So, same kind of dame, same stats. I'm kind of interested. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this. Is this... Anyway, all right, so skill 1 for Nightingale. Raises her vibration arm, Angel of Judgment, and unleashes devastating aerial strike, dealing 180% witch damage to all enemies. So full max AoE hit. Removes up to 15% max shield of the front row enemies, capped at 500% of the allies' average attack. Interesting. So kind of the same thing as Prinny a little bit. She's removing 50% of the max shield from the. This is from the front row enemies. The difference was Prinny does the whole team. Now Nightingale only removes it. Prinny heals the amount that is removed as well. So that's going to be the difference there. Now the cap is different. I believe it was what, 100 and something percent, 150, maybe 200% allies attack capped. Was for Prinny, 500% for Nightingale. That's a lot. Look at second skill. Hymns and praise for her allies. Becomes a rune of okay. At the start of the odd rounds, inflicts Doom Note on 2 random enemies for 3 rounds. Triggers up to 2 times per battle. What is Doom Note? When taking actions, take damage equal to 20%. Takes damage equal to 20% max HP. If the shield is present, the damage is further increased by 20%, capped at 200% of the allies' average attack. When Doom Note expires or is removed, unable to gain shields or receive healing for 1 round. Now, the Doom Note, just remember, is put on the enemies. So, and it lasts. So 2 random enemies of the 6 get Doom Note, lasts for 3 rounds. And a Doom Note's not bad. When taking damage, you're going to take damage equal to 20% of max HP. Or when taking actions, every time you attack, you're going to get hit. You're going to hit yourself or take a hit. And then on top of that, if you have a shield, that damage is further increased by 20%, which makes it 40%. Which is capped at 200% of the allies' average, which is the max. Not bad. So pretty much every time you hit or the enemy hits you, they're hitting themselves 20 to 40%. On top of that, when Doom Note leaves or gets taken off or expires after the 3 turns, they cannot gain shields or healing for 1 round. Not bad. So all in all, 2 skills per witch, very simple skills, but I mean those are like heavy hit skills, and the damage amount is crazy. 1307. It doesn't tell me what. Are they part of any certain faction? I don't see anything that resembles that. Very interesting. These units are brand new. This is going to be very interesting to play with them and to kind of test them out and see where this goes. Anyway, so there is kind of a game part of this. So Heart's Commission here is going to be the daily tasks that you can do. And if you do all 3, you get 3 dice. And then the Labyrinth is the actual game part. Like I said, here for 2 weeks. As you can see here, you get some dice by hitting certain goal marks on the bottom. You can roll up and save up to 10 times. This is the charm pack, which you can buy more, which gets you more dice, gets you more rolls, thus getting you more phantom points. All right, so we have 3 dice and 1 blue dice. So let's do these regular dice first, and we can see there's a box there. Do we have to land on it to use it? All right, leveled up. Cool. What do we get? 100 phantom points. Rolling again. A 1. 100 phantom points. Now, can we... Oh, okay. So yes, you can look, and once you click on this, you can kind of see what you get. Move back 5 or 4 grids, and every time you land on it, it levels up. So as you can see here, it says 0 out of 1, 0 out of 2. So if you land on that space, next time go around 2 times, it'll get jumped up from 100 to 170. So interesting. So pretty much you're rolling to get points. 2. Oh, that's dumb. Level up. Spirit potion. What is spirit? A vital potion that only restores a witch's sanity, but also, lessens the effects of witchification. Interesting. We're gonna have to figure that out and what to use. All right, so we have this purple one here. Sanity elixir. Let's go for phantom points. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 6. Oh wow. Okay. We didn't know that. So in order to use that blue one, you gotta have dice. So it pretty much pre-picks. You can pre-pick your roll, which you need dice in order to get that roll. I thought the blue dice was a dice by itself. You pick and then it rolls that number. As you can see here, it says the next roll I do will be 6. So no. Now there is another 4 sections you can see here, which is not unlocked yet. It doesn't say when it will be unlocked, but it will say, it says stay tuned. So we'll figure that out when it happens. So interesting. I want to see, let's do a quick, I don't want to go off the rails too much. There's regular Prinny. I want to see if the witches are in here. They are not. They are not. So, because I will say I have fought against the witches a couple times already, and there is some other little side effects that I need to look into a little bit more to figure out what they do. Because this little charm thing pops up, and I'm guessing that might be what the elixirs are for, but it doesn't make sense to use that during your battles, because you would need so much. That event would need to be open the rest of the game. Interesting. So maybe it's for that 4th section that's about to open up. All right, so moving on. Patrol wise, King of the Cage is still here. Deep Sea Escape is still here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Participate in these patrols. These patrols give really great rewards, and even if not, if you don't even make it that far up, if you go over here to the, I'll go back, and if you go here to purchase the little bag, all these stuff here to the left are events. Treasure, the card, elements, syndicate if you're one, abyss, the cage fight. But as you can see here, Dead Sea Patrol and the King of the Cage have their own little stores. As you can see here, I've only done, now I will say I was able to go pretty high in King of the Cage event. I got to number 5. I was 5th in the whole thing. As you can see, I'm not that strong. I'm only at 19 million, but there are people, or I'm sorry, there are players in the game that are at like, I'm at like 19k. They're at 256 million, which is like 2 point something billion, something crazy, crazy. And of course now I did that. I will say it was like the second day and not everybody had participated, and I was able to jump up really quick, really fast, all the way to number 5. It was cool. I was there for like a day and a half, and then all the heavy hitters came, and now I'm at like 105, top of our 105 ranking. But besides the point, participating, getting these things, because see here, you get 5 of each of these selections. Now I will say for the Beast King of the Cage, you do get this, a UR Chimera selection chest. You can get it. It was for like 8,000 of these points, the Beast points. That's new. I have participated in King of the Cage pretty often, and this is the first time for myself seeing the UR Chimera selection chest. UR is starting to become a little bit more prominent now. We're about to hit the year mark for URs being in the game, so I'm not surprised. I thought this would happen a little bit sooner, where like more of the store would get updated with UR stuff and gear and stuff like that, equipment. So this is starting to get there. We're starting to get there. There are some other points that there are certain levels you have to get to unlock the ability to get the UR. So that is another thing too in the game for you guys to watch out for. So that there, and then Dead Sea, it's here for 9 more days. It's a really cool little PvP kind of deal. Very simple, like move around, shoot kind of deal. If you check out my last video, I did do an actual gameplay of it and kind of showed you guys how it worked and went through. Anyway, in the Dead Sea store, we have a lot more. This is like one of the best stores I've seen. You have all the main summoning banners. The regular, the living metal, which is going to be for the vibration arms, the gash bond, Elemano, Neolith, and the card pack. All of these you get 5. You can get 5 summons for exchanging the survival points. Other stuff, the micro refining device is good if you're into that really deep detail of the equipment and stuff like that. That's what those are used for, as well as card chests. Cards are something that they're not hard to come by. You get 1 free summon a day, but that's really hard. And then you get these. But this is the first time I've seen this as well, a UR Renaissance card chest. I think I only have 1 so far. But they're here, they're in here. So check that out if you do get the chance. If you have that available for you and unlocked, you can get UR cards here. And then as you can see here, we have the UR Chimera again. You get a piece, as you can see here. I haven't bought one yet, but I'm saving up. I bought one of the equipments. As you know, you can have 4 of these types of equipments, and these give huge boosts compared to the SSRs. 75 fragments still. You can't get them once you hit the full abyss, 150 levels. You unlock the next part, which gives you the UR fragment pieces. I have not gone as far into it as I would like to, and I haven't done it in a little while. I've been kind of just doing the basics, but as you can see here, massive more buffs to your basic attributes. And then of course your generic bio chips, if you're trying to really focus on star, breaking through those units and collecting as much as possible, those are there as well. And as well as here in the bottom, you got 15 fragments of Prinny. This is the witch version. So definitely these 2 stores are a lot better than usual. So take part in the patrols and collect. Now, when it comes to the last part here is going to be the summoning. Nothing has changed. Anna is still here. She's here for another week. I went over her in my last video when she was first featured. Alina is back. She's here for the rest of the week. I will put her review in the description as well. Yora is here. Now, I will say Yora is not part of the witches check-in event. So if you need her for a link She's here right now. She's here for another 2 days. So by Wednesday, she'll be reset to somebody else. But I will say too, Yora does get featured quite often. I have seen her a good 6 or 7 times, being her. The cow chick comes in quite often. Lindell, the mega healer, I forget her name as well. She's featured quite often. So there's like a few that they feature often. They just kind of rotate through them, and then everything else is the same. Nothing else is featured. So the main changes were the Phantom Break event, and of course the check-in. I'm all over the place. The check-in, which assemble arena here. So now last little part I'm going to go over is just kind of the basic stuff of like my account so far. As you can see here, I'm level 78 at 19k, which is 19 million combat power. I have a pretty much set squad. The last thing I'm looking for here is a East Rise tank that I will use to replace Sharon. As you can see here, link wise, I've pretty much been able to max out everybody. So Rosabelle is done. Rixia is have not, as you can see here, look, there you go. I need Sierra, and she is part of the witch's check-in event. So I'll be getting her hopefully soon. Lorraine is done. Kayubi is done. Sharon needs one more. She needs Anubis, which is also a part of the witch's check-in. So as you can see here, a lot of good units and cases in that event. And then Roxy here at the end is done as well. So I'm trying to get a full six girl team here to get the full effect of the East Rise buffs. So I'm waiting. Now, of course, I can always go here and be like, oh, let's go to East Rise. Let's go through here and look at tanks. And of course, these units here on the bottom I have not gotten yet, but they're DPS. This one, Lumen, is a tank. I could use her, but obviously I don't have her. But the ones that I do have, there's not. Oh, what? Tomi's a tank? East Rise? Oh, what? Huh. I thought she was a different faction. That's so funny. Maybe I do have a tank that I would like to switch out. The only reason why I did use Tomi that often was because I don't have her UR vibration arm. I have it purple, not the UR version. So that's interesting. But if you go into Complex Leisure Center and look at this one and go to the East Rise section, it's not there. Is it down here? And then if you go through here, as you can see here, we have 2 units here that are not featured yet. So there's pretty much still a couple of different units and cases URs hopefully coming to the game where I can kind of take part in that and then find a UR version tank to get replaced here. So that's what as far as squad is, that's where I'm going. And that's what's going on with my team now. If you look down here, artifact wise, I have pretty much everything set. I have 3 URs for the Neolith. I have this one here, which is the last SSR. So once I get another, my luck changes and I'm able to get us another summon for a UR Neolith, I'll be switching at that and I'll have pretty much all set there. Elamanos I'm still working on. I have White Dragon as a UR, and of course a few oranges. I haven't had good luck with Elamanos recently, so I'll be trying once we get some more Elamano features, then I'll just focus on that. As you can see here, I've gotten them a few times. I'm able to break through a little bit of it, but still working on that. And then lastly, the assist is just going to be the links, stuff like that. I'm almost at the max, which is 24. And then the treasure skill, I have not added any yet. Now, the main thing about these treasures is I have some. These are so each. I'll go over this briefly. Each treasure does a little bit something different. When you have three of a set, it does more, gives you more buffs and stuff like that, but they're used in certain parts of the game. So some are for like patrols, some help you in expedition, some help you in PvP in the cage, some help you in regular other stuff. So it all give you buffs in different places. So I got to really sit down and look at what part I want to do or which treasures are really the key. And then the last thing I haven't really done is upgrading all this stuff. This stuff can go up even more. I have a bunch of resources you can see here. Look at that. I could probably go to like level 60 for each one. And then the transmute, I have a bunch of stuff here to upgrade it up to the higher rankings and letters as I prepare to get more URs, stuff like that. So there's a lot of like small details in the game I haven't done that I'm still working on. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're working on. Other than that, I'm just playing the game, enjoying it, waiting for like a big event. I'm saving up my Morphite. As you can see here, I'm at 21,000. I've been saving it up with every little thing that's going on. Really waiting for that next East Rise UR to come through, and then just pretty much spend it all on that, and then fully have like a 4 or 5 star breakthrough version that helped me really carry on better into the game. So that's about it, shipmates. For this week in Echo, I'll be putting out more videos later this week. We do have some new games coming out this week, so hopefully I'll be able to be a part of and go over, review, and show you guys and keep you guys updated. So other than that, I'll see you guys around. Fair winds and following seas.